Hello and howdy, and welcome back to City Skylines 2. In today's episode, we are going to be rebuilding Timboh's famous SPUPCLO interchange from City Skylines 1, a great piece of complexity and some questionable decisions. We will come back to that. Before we move on, if you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like, and if you are new or enjoy my content, please subscribe, and a huge thank you to these for joining the Patreon, and thank you for watching the video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of it. So, in the last episode where I made a gyroscope interchange, I asked you guys if you have any different ideas on how we can improve our testing. One of you gave an awesome idea that how about we divide all the four sides into two groups, one that sends off the traffic and the opposite one that receives it. There were some minor issues with the idea, so I tweaked it, and as you can see, the pattern is still the same, but I separated both the sides so each side can send and receive, and they have to go through the interchange, and this actually improved things by a lot. So here is the same interchange previously with 178 traffic spawners. Not much traffic, and still doesn't feel appropriate that we had 178 traffic spawners and no traffic. On the other hand, this is now with the new updated test method. Just take a look how busy this interchange is, and now we are actually seeing much more traffic than before, and in some areas you can also get some traffic as well. Okay, so now with that out of the way, let's do some planning. It's a pretty simple interchange, but mostly requiring the ground highway couplet and one two-way highway perpendicular to it and elevated. Then from the elevated road you take out four connections that spiral around and connect to the highway couplet, and two other connections from the way back of the two-way highway that connects to the couplet. The four connections can be a bit difficult to make, but I will show you how easy they are. And here we are with the flat land in the Coral Riches map, which has become our base for these kinds of videos. So at first I will grab myself 4-lane one-way highway and turn on parallel road tool, and we are going to just place it here. Now we need some guidelines for the perpendicular road. So grab any road that you want, and starting with the couplet, come out about 20 units and extend further along couplet for a while. We will do the same on the other side as well, and this will actually allow us to get guidelines in the middle of the couplet where I can raise the elevation to 7.5 meter and extend the 4-lane two-way highway road perpendicular to the couplet. Now slope it down to the ground level with a length of about 34 units. I know this is a lot, but it totally depends on you how much space you are working with. Okay, now let's come close here and turn off all the snappings except snap to the road, and then I will snap to here, which is right above the left edge of the bottom couplet. Come out and increase the elevation to 7.5 meter and snap the rightmost lane of the bottom highway, and then we can curve from there and extend to the left. It's important to note that don't have this road going parallel to the elevated highway. It needs to be at an angle from that, and just place it. Now we can make the other half of this road and basically curve it and connect it to the center in such a way that you create what is called a super node. So here you can see the difference when it creates two nodes close to each other, or a super node. Then we will do the same thing on the other side as well, and things can be different. It won't perfect for the first time. All we want is it being as close as you can make it. You can also check via move it if the center is actually super node or not, which in our case it is. Now I will take the same 2-lane one-way road, and using continuous curve tool I will curve it around. Make sure I have the elevation set to 2.5 meter, and then I can simply reduce the elevation to 0 and connect it with the couplet. And for its other half, we will come out from the couplet, do a 90-degree turn, and just simply curve it and connect it with the other end. And we have to do the exact same thing on the other side as well. What we are making here is a SPUPCLO interchange, which stands for Single Point Urban Partial Cloverleaf Interchange. It has a single point intersection where all the Rams merge. Now we will make the last two connections. So for them, take out an off ramp from 4-lane two-way highway, which I will do for both sides, just so we are doing it equally, and then just simply extend them a tiny bit more and curve it and connect it with the highway couplet. Same thing goes with the other side as well, and you can see this is how our SPUPCLO interchange is looking in City Skylines 2. Last but not the least, I think some of you guys might appreciate this, some lane mathematics. Okay, so now we work on fixing some slight issues that may drive me and quite a few of you insane. Well, to be fair, these fixes may mean nothing to you if you're just building another interchange, but I think having all the Rams with a perfect slope, or having two roads that are clearly meant to be parallel to each other be parallel and not have irregularities, is the key point for me. MoveIt really helps a lot in fixing these issues, as many times the angle and the slope we work with, it just doesn't work all the time, and in no time we will be done with all the work over here. Now let's move on to detailing and make this look a tad bit nicer. This time I'm not going to full on with the decals and everything. This time we are going to take a chill pill and decorate the surroundings really well. So for the start, I will grab Sculpt tool and change the brush to Mountain Brush 01 or something, and reduce the size and strength, and just make some patterns and designs, or say do basic landscaping that will add some variation to the land, because who loves all the flat land, right? After this, I will place some bushes here, mostly where we have some crevices. It's kind of difficult to see where they are, but we are just gonna guess where they can be so we can get some nice pattern going. And as I previously said, I am going to go easy on detailing here with this one. Totally depends on you, but for me, I am going to do that because I have a suspicion on the 4-lane two-way highway road, as in how it will perform, because there is a very high chance of people doing a U-turns there when I will connect couplet with this, despite banning turning, as the AI doesn't listen to that apparently. So after these bushes, I will place some trees starting from the smaller ones, and these will go basically right on top of where we place the bushes, and kind of track them and place them. Previously, as the old viewers might know, I would just place big trees and be done with it and call it a day, but now I have changed some things as we grew and learned about detailing. Started placing bushes first, then some small trees, and then the big guys that involve oak, spruce, and sometimes pine trees. Now let's move on to the main bit, stress testing the interchange. I will, as usual, start with placing 8 traffic spawners, that is 2 on each side, and let's hit play and wait for the traffic to settle in. And you can see how people are using this interchange, especially the very dodgy single point intersection, and I think this interchange has survived 8 traffic spawners. Now let's bump up the number to 20 traffic spawners with an addition of 3 on each side. So you can see one change on the interchange. We have to add median on the 4-lane two-way highway as people were making U-turns, but now as you can see with 20 spawners, this is looking decently busy. We are seeing some slight stops here and there for a second, but for now this has withstood 20 spawners. Now let's bump up the number to 32 spawners, that is 12 spawners added to the board, and let's wait for it to settle. And I think it has definitely increased. I can clearly see more traffic volume, and the single point intersection is closing on its doomsday. So for now, this interchange has survived 32 spawners. Now let's bump up the number to 48, and that is this time 16 traffic spawners increased to the board. This interchange has withstood more spawners than I had imagined it would, but now with 48, things are looking more spicy than before. So for now, it has actually successfully survived 48 spawners. Now let's add 16 more, which will make the total to 64 traffic spawners. And let's see how this interchange is handling these many spawners. And to be fair, it is handling quite well actually, but I have a suspicion that after 1 or 2 rounds it may clog down. But for now, it has withstood 64 spawners. Let's go for another 16 spawners, making it a total of 80 spawners, and fast forwarding it to when it settles. And you can see this is starting to get a little messy in the center. The traffic wait time is kinda increasing, but okay, fair enough. This has survived 80 traffic spawners. Let's bump up to 96 spawners with another 16 increase from before. Let's wait and check out the results. And oh, would you look at that? It is clogging now. The game's wait time has increased so much that the cards are despawning to make the traffic going. I wonder if adding traffic lights will change anything, but I'm not really sure. But let's give it a try for science. And nope, it didn't do anything. Rather, it made things even more worse. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we have finally found the end spot of SPUPCLO interchange in City Skylines 2. It handled traffic successfully from 80 traffic spawners, but bogged down at 96. So what do we conclude with this? What does this tell us? Well, this interchange is safe to use where you expect medium traffic. Over here, we have made this interchange decently sized. It's not too big, but it's also not too small. So this was Timboh's SPUPCLO interchange that we made and stress tested in City Skylines 2. I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content like these. Join my Patreon to support the channel and the work that I do. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Till then, happy building.